welcome to my YouTube channel where I talk about all things like reality transurfing, transforming your life in magic fashion, and more. Today, as promised, I'm going to talk about The Pruning Shears of Revision by Neville Goddard. And Neville Goddard was one of the most powerful speakers I have ever listened to. Seriously. You might want to go check out my link in description below, which is his speech about the pruning shears of revision. And the pruning shears of revision is basically as it sounds. You just weed out the things that you did not like that happened in that day. That's all you do. All you do. There's 3 principles I'm going to talk about today. And not my usual 3. These are something else. And I'm going to talk about how they change your life. As always, I'm going to start with the story. So I found out yesterday I'm going back to work. And that's fine. But I'm not going back to work as a fitness person right now. And I pride myself. I love my job. I love the company I work for with all of my heart. And I pride myself in having a winning attitude. I always say, if my boss asks me to cut grass with scissors, where are the scissors? I will do it. Because I know my company takes care of me. It is my family. I actually see my work people more than I see my own family. Which, not right now because of the quarantine, but I miss them so much. So the capacity I'm going back to work as is not like I'm used to. It's not fitness. It's not, I'm gonna have to do screenings at the door, which means I'm gonna have to wear all that protective gear and everything. Yeah. But I will do it. I will do it with a winning attitude. And I use the pruning shears of revision to help me, guide me through this. And here's how I did it. So I don't really like wearing all that protective stuff, but if they ask me to do it, it's cutting grass with scissors, where are the scissors? I will follow their rules, of course. The pruning shears of revision is just like pulling out the weeds, getting rid of the weeds. Neville says at the end of each day, rewrite your day. How would you have liked it to be? How would you have liked things to work out? Especially if you have arguments or there's disagreements or there's things that are just not working out like you want them to. You rewrite it. Journals, the best thing. But what it does is it rewrites on your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind takes everything literally. Very, very literally. And it also never forgets and it never sleeps. But before you go to sleep, you want to empower your subconscious mind with positivity and not toxic positivity. I'll put a link in the description below to that video. So there's 3 things that I like to think the pruning shears of revision accomplishes. Number 1, it teaches you forgiveness. Forgiveness, forgiveness, forgiveness. Remember in my video the other day, I said I do not harbor any resentment. Resentment is horrible. When you resent somebody, you're not hurting them at all. And I'll do a video about resentment too, because resentment is just resentment, shizitment. Don't resent. Forgive. Forgive, forgive, forgive. Yeah, it may not be that easy, but with the pruning shears of revision, it's easy. Number 2, and the reason why it makes it easy, it enables change to happen. In one of my previous videos, I talked about having an argument with somebody and how you can start rewriting how you think about them. You just put a positive spin on it and they pick up on it subconsciously. I'll put a link in the description below for that video. But when you start to picture them in a positive light, you picture them doing something they enjoy doing, and actually Vadim Zeland calls it in reality transurfing, picture them in a positive slide. Picture them in a positive slide, and then what happens is they pick up on it subconsciously. I do this with Eddie all the time, not all the time because we don't argue all the time, but whenever I get upset with him, I picture his laugh. He has this phenomenal laugh where he throws his head back and big old grin on his face, and it just puts me in a good place. And it puts my mind in a good place about him as well. And somehow or another, he just picks up on it subconsciously. It doesn't happen right away sometimes, probably because there's some resentment there, but you have to let that go. Rewrite it. And number 3, probably the best thing about the pruning shears of revision, it enables you to live in peace because you let things go. You've dropped importance. You didn't make it a big deal, and you let it go, and you rewrote it, and now your subconscious mind has picked up on it, so it makes it easy to drop importance and let it go. Let it go. If you'll notice, the 3 principles, or actually, if you notice, the pruning shears of revision are actually my 3 principles that I do teach, which you find advantage in everything, opportunity wherever you can, because you've rewritten it, you're gonna find opportunity in it. Number 2, outer intention stays high. Forgiveness is outer intention. And number 3, you keep importance low. And therefore, you live in peace. That's my video for today. Be sure to subscribe so you never miss a video. And until next time, peace out.